Hello, welcome back to another video and another recipe video, gluten-free, dairy-free. I am trying to get back on my train with pumping out some recipe videos and or just some food idea videos. So it has been getting hotter and hotter in Dallas and summer is definitely upon us. And with that, it has sparked some desire in me for some different recipes, quick, easy, kind of summer inspired. If you watched my recent video for my dairy-free ice cream video, my homemade dairy-free ice cream video, that has definitely been one of them that just kind of screams summer to me. Summertime is here. And so with that, I kind of wanted to keep that theme going because there are a few recipes and a few things that I've been making almost on a weekly basis that are easy, they're quick, they're kind of no hassle or low hassle, and they just kind of feel like summer. So I'm actually making one of them right now. I'm actually making it for lunch, but Ryan and I eat these for lunch and dinner. And it is a super simple hot dog burger, if you will. So I have been getting these beef sausages, these smoked beef sausages for literally like a month now, but this is the brand. And I basically just get 2 of these and I personally cook them in a pan on the stove, and I just flip them because I don't have like a grill or a campfire or anything. But Ryan eats these in a normal hot dog bun, but what I do for all my gluten-free friends is I actually use hamburger buns, and I will slice these sausages in half so that they're thinner, and I layer them on my buns because I personally have not been able to find hot dog buns, like gluten-free hot dog buns, and I feel like surely they exist, like surely somewhere out in the world, but I've never seen them. And these just over and over, these tend to be my favorite. They're super soft, they don't break apart, they're not crazy like crumbly and dry. Like some gluten-free stuff is just not the best, but these are great and I love them so much. So these are the millet and chia seed buns. They're gluten-free and it's from Little Northern Bakehouse. And I normally stick these in the toaster for 4 to 5 minutes and heat them up. And that makes them extra soft. If you heat them up, they are perfection. So this is meal idea number 1. It's very simple, very easy, and I'm gonna make it right now. Okay, I just put the sausages in my pan, and I normally do, I guess it ends up being 24 minutes total, because I'll do like 6 minutes on one side, I get some tongs and I flip them all, do 6 minutes on another side, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. So it ends up being 12 minutes on each side roughly, but I also just keep an eye on them. Sometimes some of them will get that like seam down the side when they kind of like bust, and then I'm like, okay, they're done. Like they're good, they're hot enough. So I'm just gonna let these cook and then we'll assemble our lunch. All right, that's number 1 for your quick, easy lunch or dinner recipe. I know it's super basic, that's kind of the whole point, is that it's quick and easy, and I've been loving these just because the sausage definitely has way more flavor than if you were to actually do like a burger, the way the like kielbasa sausages are made. They're so good. So here's option number 1. All right, for my next super easy recipe, gluten-free, dairy-free, I'm going to make a pasta salad. And this is kind of like a cucumber dill type pasta salad, but it's really good. So what you need for this is 1 packet of Bonza gluten-free pasta. You can also do 2 of these. So the recipe calls for 16 ounces of pasta. I have made this recipe a handful of times using 16 ounces of pasta, but today I'm just going to do 1 of these, which is 8 ounces. So 1 to 2 boxes of gluten-free pasta, roughly 16 ounces. You'll need an English cucumber to slice up. You need 1/4 a cup of thinly sliced red onion. I do a whole bushel or cluster of dill, fresh dill. It says you need at least 1/4 a cup of fresh dill, so I normally just get one of these and do the whole thing. You need 1 can of coconut milk, 3 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and some salt. So I've already got some water boiling on the stove behind me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my pasta in once that comes to a boil. And I'm going to go ahead and just make the dressing essentially, which is all the liquids. And then we're gonna chop up our cucumber and our red onion. So I mixed together all the like wet ingredients, the seasonings, and then I went ahead and threw the cucumbers and onions in here as well. And then I cooked the pasta for 4 minutes on high, like while it was boiling. So I think the box of Bonza pasta calls to cook it for 6 to 8 minutes, but I have noticed that even 6 minutes, the pasta will eventually kind of break apart pretty easily. So I started doing 4 minutes and I feel like that's perfectly good still. And like I said, I will link this recipe below. I normally have made this recipe with 16 ounces of pasta instead of just 8 ounces of pasta, but I'm definitely someone that like once pasta salad sits, especially like in a dressing like this, and it kind of sits for so many days in the fridge and it starts to get kind of soggy. It always still tastes good, but there's part of me internally that's like, oh, like I don't want to eat it. So Ryan and I normally eat this, but it'll still last us like maybe 3-4 days when we make the 16 ounces. And by that like last couple days, we're like it's soggy. So if you don't mind when things are a little bit soggy, then you might like doing 16 ounces. Or if you have a bigger family to feed, do the 16 ounces. Or if you're taking it to a party, do 16 ounces. But for just Ryan and I'm gonna do the 8 ounces of pasta. But I already got the pasta out a while ago and I ran cold water over it to kind of help stop the cooking process. So I'm just gonna pour this in with everything else. And then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge, and that's literally it. I made that in under 15 minutes-ish, so very quick, very easy, and it's very like refreshing, the flavor of like the fresh dill. But I'm going to just mix this all together and call it an evening. And I'm going to eat this alongside of the little kielbasa burgers that I showed you yesterday. I'm going to eat this as the side for those tonight for dinner. All right, the very last gluten-free, dairy-free, easy and quick lunch or dinner idea is none other than the classic BLT. So there's not much to this. The main thing that I want to tell y'all is I normally cook bacon on a baking sheet in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on like how thick cut your bacon is. So I bought 2 packets of bacon and I just picked these up from Trader Joe's. I'm normally not picky with what brand of bacon I get. I just normally look for no nitrates or nitrites when I'm picking meats and like deli meats and bacons and stuff. So I got 2 of these. I'm gonna cook all of this. I normally have to cook it on 2 separate pans, but I'm going to go ahead and bake all the bacon and then it lasts me for multiple days. Then I store the cooked bacon in the fridge. And I use the same hamburger buns, the same little Northern Bakehouse gluten-free hamburger buns for my BLTs, just like I do for those little sausage burgers that I made. They just work really well for any type of sandwich that you're making. But we are going to make a good old BLT for lunch and go ahead and just make enough bacon to last for the next 2.5 days is like what it typically gives me. And then I'm also going to eat some of that pasta salad on the side of my BLT as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the bacon cooking. this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that if you are in a rut for food ideas or you've been looking to add some new ones into your weekly meals, I hope this gave you some good ideas. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.